Hello friends, welcome to Option Mania. So today we are going to discuss a very important terms used in um, trading that are called as supports and resistances. So these are the things, these two things, support and resistance. These are the levels that are very important for traders. And the traders take their decisions because these levels affect the decisions of the traders, right? Of not small traders or even very big traders. So let's see what are support and resistances. So first, support. So as the name suggests, this is a base at which the buyers become dominant and the market has a chance to move up, and the buyers don't allow the market to move below this point. And when we call a resistance is a point at which the buyers become weak and the sellers become dominant here, and they try to push the market downside from this point. So let's find some supports and resistances, right? If this is a Nifty 50 index chart, and in this just let me delete this first. Okay, now we take the trend line, and first of all I will draw a support line. Okay, so this is a support line. Fine. So this is a support. See why this is a support? Because after touching at this point, okay, if I take this brush, okay, see, after touching this point, more or less, right, the market is moving up, which means the buyers are not allowing the market to go beyond this line, right? So this part is called support, which means the market will try to move up from this point. And then the next part is resistance. Okay, I draw it by a black line. So this is a resistance. Okay, I just drawn a little bit lower. I can just move it up. Okay, here is the resistance. Okay, I will draw more resistance lines. Now from where the market has fell, see this point, okay, and this point is a prominent resistance, right? So these are the resistance. So why a resistance? Because if I see here, see, the market goes to this point and reverses back in the downward direction, right? Again market touches this point, reverses back in the downward direction. So this is a strong resistance zone, right? And obviously the resistances, supports are always historical, which means you have to see the previous data at which point you have a resistance or support. So see, here also we have a resistance because the market is going to that point almost and coming down from that point. So these are called as resistances. And at the same time, when we see the support, see, this is a support. So the market is not going below this point. Okay, it's moving up from this point. Buyers are trying to take the market up. So this is called as support. So the market has strong support here. So if I am entering a trade at this point, no, so I say this has a strong support, so I can take a upward move, but also it can break it, right? So whenever a support or resistance is broken, this the market has to move very steeply, or it has to move very rapidly. Like, for example, I can show you that. See, this candle, it has broken and then it came down. So then you can say the support has been broken. Now this was a strong resistance, right? This part, if you can see, is a strong resistance. This part, if I draw, right? But once it has been broken, it becomes a support for the next level. So how it goes? Once the resistance is broken, it becomes support. When the support is broken, it becomes a resistance. Right? Let me explain this. I will delete all this stuff first to make it clear. Okay. Okay. Okay, now let's see. So see here, this is the support, right? It is moving up. Now once it has been broken here, you can see here, so it becomes a resistance now, right? So the market is not going above this point. You can see here clearly, you can see here, you can see here, you can see here. So it's not moving about this point, so it becomes a resistance. So this is how the supports and resistances change their nature once they are broken. Like if support is broken, it becomes a resistance. If resistance is broken, it becomes a support. And in the opposite direction, we can see at this point, you can see at this point, see, this is a resistance, and sorry, this is a support, right? This is a support. How it became a support? Once this resistance has been broken. So this was a resistance, it has been broken, and once it has been broken, it has become a support now. And now every time the market touches here and moves up. So this is how this stuff works. So I think you have understood the concept of support and resistance. Thank you for watching the video.